Oh, right. Mr. Huad,
Yes, Bhante.
are you the host now?
I am the host now.
Or can you mute everyone?
Yes, I can.
Right. Everyone, please say it 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good evening to everyone, and I sincerely wish may this beautiful evening also help you to develop in the Dharma path further and further and further. And may it help you to develop at least some inner peace, inner happiness within. Today is a special day because today is the on this month we have 2 full moon days, and both full moon days are considered as they are important because they are called as Vesak days or the Buddha's birthdays, right? So here at our temple we consider, so in Sri Lanka we celebrate the last, the full moon day, which falls on the 30th of this month. But in various countries, so they celebrate the Buddha's birthday on this day. So on a day like this, in India, the Buddha was born. The Buddha was born in Nepal, right? So there is a huge debate between India and Nepal, considering where the Buddha was born, right? So he was born in modern Nepal, and have you heard of Lumbini city? So that's the city where he was born. There was a flower garden. So inside that flower garden, the Buddha was born. And then after that, so when he was considering to practice, so during his earliest too, but when he was 29, so he saw 4 signs. He saw 4 signs. They are called as um, so a sick man, so one old man, a sick man, a dead man, and a monk. When he observed the first 3 people, so then at that time, so when the Buddha was born, at that time, Prince Siddhartha, when he was born, certain people who predicted the future, they said, if he saw an old person or a sick person or a dead person, he will definitely leave. So King Suddhodana, his father, he determined so not to let him see such kind of scenes for 29 years. But when he was 29, he went outside and saw these things. And then he fell into deep contemplation, And then finally he thought, all beings decay, right? All beings become sick, and all beings pass away. Then what is the meaning of life, right? So how to come out of all this suffering, right? Then he thought so, and finally he saw a monk, right? When he saw the monk, he understood, by staying at home I won't be able to do that. Therefore I have to uh, leave my palace, and then I should become truth seeker. In Pali, it is his thought is described as King Satyagavesi, a person who seeks for the truth. What is the real truth? Right? Then he started searching for the real truth after becoming a monk. Then finally, in Bodh Gaya, India, right? Uh, so it belongs to Bihar state. So in Bodh Gaya, India, the Buddha practiced Vipassana meditation and finally attained the enlightenment. Right. Then after attaining the enlightenment for 45 years, he kept on teaching compassionately. So compassionately for all the beings. Right. For all the beings, he kept on teaching day and night. And after 45 years, in the city of Kushinagar, so it also belongs to Bihar state, right? So in the city of Kushinagar, the Buddha peacefully passed away, right? But his teaching, right, it kept on going for centuries, helping so many people to come out of their miseries, to come out of their negativities, helping people to understand the real truth and develop real peace and real happiness within. Right. So then um, uh, May full moon day, or the Vesak full moon day, is the day that may laid the foundation for all those incidents. All those kinds of incidents, they happened on a Vesak full moon day, right? Full moon day of May. Right? Then on such kind of day, the all students are going to practice so Vipassana meditation too. So I'm going to teach Vipassana meditation for the all students today. For the new students, I'll teach the first step of breathing meditation. So you can practice breathing meditation for several weeks. Then after that, you also can start practicing Vipassana meditation, right? Okay. Then on such kind of a day, so we are celebrating it in a very meaningful way. Sometimes we celebrate things in a very celebrate things in particular ways. Finally, when you look back, there is nothing remaining. But so uh, celebrating something in a meaningful way means later on when you think about that, so you should have benefits while you were doing it, and then so you should have benefits even you should have a positive impact of it even after doing that in the future, right? So that's how we can celebrate something more meaningfully, right? Today you're going to celebrate this beautiful Vesak full moon day in a very meaningful way, right? Okay. Then starting the session, first I will describe the first step of breathing meditation to everyone. That's all. That's for the beginners. So those I can see several students who joined very today, right? So I would like to describe them the first step of breathing meditation, and then I will guide the other students, all students, practice Vipassana meditation, right? So when you practice breathing meditation, first step of breathing meditation, what you need to do is, so please pay your entire attention to the breath. When the breath is coming in, please be fully aware. Right? So when the breath is coming in, please be aware that right now the breath, it is coming in. But don't go with the breath all the way in. Right? Stop your observation at the end of your nostrils. At the end of your nostrils. And let the breath go in and wait patiently until it comes back. Then it will come back, touching the very same end of your nostril. At that time, so again, keep on observing the outgoing breath, understanding right now the breath is going out, the breath is going out, the breath is going out. When it is coming in, please be fully aware. When it is going out, please be fully aware. If the breath is long, be aware that it is long. If the breath is short, please be aware that it is short. If the breath is gross, be aware that it is gross. If the breath is soft, be aware that it is soft. Don't try to change the nature of your current breath. Instead, just keep on observing it as it is. Keep on observing the breath as it is. Right? So then try to maintain that focus as long as possible. Try to maintain that balance of mind as long as possible. Right? So that's what you need to do. Then gradually inside, so you will start to generate so some inner peace and some inner happiness, but it is completely different from the other so happinesses that you have experienced. It's a totally different one, right? The other happinesses that you experience, they are contaminated with negativities. But so this happiness, it is deep. It will start very slightly, but gradually it will keep on growing. Right? Just like the waves of the sea, right? Little by little, it will keep growing. Right? Just keep on observing, giving you entire strength. Right? Okay, then so that's the first step of breathing meditation for the new students. Right? Then for the old students, so I'm going to start to teach you Vipassana meditation. First step of Vipassana meditation. So, uh, so Vipassana meditation, I already told you that Vipassana means observing the things as they actually are. Right? So observing the things as they actually are, not according to the way how you want it to be. Right? With a balanced mind, you are going to observe the truths of things as they actually are. You are going to observe and understand the truth of your own body. You're going to observe and understand the truth of your own mind. Just like a scientist, right? Just like a scientist, you're going to observe your own truths. So the truth about your body and mind as it is. So that's what Vipassana is. And also I taught you during the last 2 weeks when I was teaching about what is Vipassana and the benefits of Vipassana meditation, that Vipassana meditation is a technique which transforms you to which self-transform you through self-observation. Very nice. You observe and you see and you transform. Right? So for an example, I told you that whenever someone feels the so touch of the whenever someone feels the burning sensation from a fire, right? Then that person understands that this is fire and it is dangerous. So it has the nature of burning. So I have to let it go. I should not go closer to it. Right? Just like that. So you are going to observe the realities, the truths pertaining to your own body and mind. By that way, you are going to by that way, you are going to understand the truths about you, and then you are going to let go of your ignorance, right? And the negativities that has arisen, which are inside you because of your own ignorance, right? So they have arisen because of your ignorance. Ignorance means not knowing the realities about the things as they actually are, right? Then that's what you are going to do. What you're then first we'll practice breathing meditation for about 5 minutes. Then after that, we are going to observe. So we are going to pay our attention to the top of our head. So top of our head. On the top of our head, whatever the sensations arise, we are going to observe them with a very calm mind, very calmly. We are going to observe whatever the sensations that arise in that particular area, so without any judging, right? We don't like or dislike whatever the sensations that arise. We are going to accept them as they actually are. And then we are going to observe those sensations. So whatever sensations that, you can observe in that particular area. So recognizing them, sometimes some of them might have names, some of them might not have names. Sometimes it may be it may be coldness, it may be heat, right? So sometimes it may be burning sensation, hardness, softness, or pulsing sensation, or or toughness, right? Softness. So if not itching sensation, twinkling sensation, throbbing sensation, or anything. What you have to do is please pay your entire attention and observe those sensations, right? They should be real. Don't imagine sensations. What you need to observe are the real sensations that you feel right now. Don't imagine, right? So if you don't feel any sensation, right? Again, observe that nature as that nature also as an impermanent thing, because you are going to feel sensations later on. So why should you worry, right? Therefore, uh, don't feel frustrated if you don't feel any. Just what you need to do is to just give your entire attention and observe, right? Observe the sensations. Mr. Banu, you can come in. So whatever sensations that arise, observe them as they actually are, as they actually are. And then, after recognizing the sensations, after experiencing sensations, so please tell yourself, this sensation is impermanent, impermanent, changing. This sensation is impermanent, impermanent, changing. Anicca, anicca, anicca. Right? But don't try to uh, try to change your habitual pattern by this way, right? Earlier you had the habit of liking and disliking, right? Let that nature go, and up over here what you need to do is observe them as they are, and then recognize their nature and accept them as they are. By that way, so let your equanimity to grow, right? Then then after that, so observe sensations on the top of your head. And then after that, please move your attention to the front portion of your head. On the front portion of your head too, whatever the sensations that you experience, right? Observe sensations, whatever the sensations that you experience. So let it be any sensation, accept that sensation, those sensations as they actually are. Again, those sensations should be real sensations too, right? And don't imagine sensations. Just observe the ones that you can really feel. Right? So if you cannot, again, don't feel frustrated. Right? Don't feel frustrated. So if you feel like so you are frustrated or disheartened, then stop your vipassana meditation and go back to breathing meditation for about 5 minutes. Right? When your concentration is good, come back again. Right? Then whatever sensations that arise, must observe them as they actually are. And whenever you could observe a sensation, right? Let it be any sensation, remind yourself this is also impermanent thing. And then move your entire attention to the backside of your towards your right ear. Right? On your right ear too, please observe any kind of sensation that you can really experience right now. Pay your entire attention and observe with the entire ability that you have. Give your entire calmness, right? So give your entire sensitivity, right? And then give your entire attention, and then whatever sensations that you can experience, observe, and then remind yourself this sensation is also impermanent change. Right? Anicca, anicca, anicca. Impermanent. Right? And then after that, please go to the back portion of your head, right? And then observe the sensations on the back portion of your head, right? And then move your attention towards your left ear, and then whatever sensation that you can experience, observe them. After observing all such kind of sensations in all those areas, so please remind yourself the sensation is impermanent change. So right now you will observe those sensations as this is a in this area I can feel the sensation of cold, right? Right now in this area I feel heat. So in this particular area I feel a throbbing sensation, a pulsing sensation, or a itching sensation. When you have when you are experiencing an itching sensation, don't go to itch, right? Let it giving you entire patience. So let it stay. Just observe, right? All the sensations, they have 3 stages. They arise and they grow to a particular peak, right? And then finally, then after peaking, then it begins to decay, and finally it passes away, giving birth to another sensation. So that is the nature of our whole bodies, from top to bottom to top. Throughout this body, sensations are constantly arising and passing, and each and every moment we are changing. So whatever the nature of being that we have right now, in this moment, this nature was not there in the past moment. And then whatever the nature of being that we are experiencing right now, so it won't be you won't be experience it for the next moment, right? So, right. So it's a full house today, right? So do you have space there? All right. All right. Then so what you are going to so um, what you are going to experience is this very nature within through your own experience. When you experience this constant changing, so the constant changing of sensations, then what will happen is so gradually your mind will become more and more and more balanced. Then all these gross sensations, they will start to dissolve, and then you will start to experience the so waves of your own body. So even though we think that these things, so we when we observe right now, we will say, oh, this is pain, this is heat, this is coldness, like that. But actually the truth about the body is, so so throughout the body there are waves, right? So waves of wavelets, right? So so throughout the body, so those energy waves, they are rising and passing away constantly, right? These bodies are so made of so atoms, right? So then so all of them, they rise and pass away separately. But since we haven't understood this nature through our own experience, we think that there is an eternal I within. That's where the ignorance begins. And then whatever the experiences that you so that you face in your life, you take it as my thing or my soul. But the truth is, so they are not under your control. They are phenomena that we feel, that we experience, which are constantly passing away. Then what will happen is that adjective of mine will go away, and you will let the nature to continue as it is. And by that way, you will start to you will start appreciating each and every moment of your life. And so then at the same time, you will let go of all your negativities, anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will. All those things will go away, right? Then inside your mind, you will start developing the deep, real inner peace and inner happiness within, right? So please practice very, very diligently. You are doing this practice not only so for yourself, you are doing it for others too. Because whenever you have negativities within, which has arisen because of ignorance, you are not only trouble yourself, you are troubling others too. So it is just like you have a fire within, you have a fire with yourself, and then you so throw that fire towards the other people. But whenever you start to understand things as they actually are, you begin to change. And then the positivities begin to arise inside you, right? Then, so it allows you to develop loving kindness deeply, compassion deeply, sympathetic joy deeply, and equanimity deeply. So then it's just like uh, so um, so having cold water with yourself. So when heat is high, cold water helps us to cool down. So when we share the cold water with the other people, they also will cool down, and it helps them also to come out, so manage that heat. The world is a place where there is a lot of heat, where there is a lot of heat. So many calamities, troubles that arise because of anger, jealousy, hatred, ill will, and all those things. When you are so transformed through Vipassana meditation, through your own self-observation, then you start to share that cold water, loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity with the other people. And not only you cool down, you make yourself better, then you start to make the whole world a better place because of you. So this change begins through your own observation. So please diligently begin to practice. So there are several students who came right now. So therefore, I will remind once again briefly the first step of breathing meditation again, and then we'll begin the silent meditation session. Right. For the newcomers, what we request is to practice breathing meditation. What you need to do is please pay your entire attention to the breath. When the breath is coming in, please be fully aware. Right? When the breath is going out, please be fully aware. Right? So, but don't go with the breath all the way in. Just stop your observation at the end of your nostrils. Right? And then if the breath is long, just observe it as it is. It is long right now. If it is short, let it be so. Just observe it as it is. If the breath is cross, if the breath is soft, let it be so. Just keep on observing it as it is. So then try to maintain your focus on the breath. And when the mind wanders away, right, at that time, just know the mind wandered away and bring it back again. Don't feel agitated about your mind, because this is how you have trained your mind. So it always wanders away, right? Now you have come to a practice which you stop that monkey nature of the mind, right? So bring it back and start again, very calmly, developing compassion towards yourself, right? Then, like that, try to maintain attention, your focus on the breath constantly, right? Okay. Did you understand? Right. Very nice. Okay. Now, everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. And let your whole body to relax. First, I will pay our sincere respect and gratitude towards the Buddha on this a special full moon day that he was born, that he attained the enlightenment and passed away. And then after that, let's begin today's silent meditation session. Everyone, so please calmly concentrate. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vinyācarene sampanno sugato lokamino anuttaro purisadhamma sarati sattā deva manusānam buddho bhagavati. Swakato bhagavata dhammo Sannittiko akaliko Ehi passiko panaiko Bacatang veditammo Vinyuhiti Sopanipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujumanipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Sami manipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang chattari purisa yogani Atemurisa puggalam Ese bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuniyo pahuniyo Dakiniyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyakhetang lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a very balanced, patient mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. Now, the new students, they are kindly requested to practice breathing meditation. Vipassana meditators, the old students who are beginning Vipassana meditation today, they are also kindly requested to practice breathing meditation for about 5 minutes. The third step of breathing meditation, please practice it for about 5 minutes. And after that, please start Vipassana meditation um, after after concentrating your mind with breathing meditation for about 5 minutes. Now, everyone, please start your meditation. May your meditation be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Now, if your legs are paining, you can change your posture. The newcomers, new students. If your legs are paining, you can change your postures. Now we are going to briefly practice loving kindness meditation. Keep your eyes closed, but you can change the posture. Keep them relaxed if you want. Let's share loving kindness with all beings step by step. First, let's share our loving kindness with yourself. Please think, may I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards yourself first. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards your dear parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Please think, may my dear mother, may my dear father, may my dear teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards the neutral people. Neutral people are the people who don't fall into the category of friends or enemies. They are the people in the middle. Please think. May all the neutral people be well. May all the neutral people be happy. May all the neutral people be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards the neutral people. Neutral people. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards our enemies, the people that we don't like. Before that, let's forgive for the mistakes that they did to hurt us. At the same time, let's ask forgiveness for our mistakes that we did to hurt them. Then let's spread our loving kindness towards them. Please think. May my enemies be well. May my enemies be happy. May my enemies be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards your enemies. Enemies. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Not only towards all the human beings, but also animals, reptiles, and all kinds of beings, birds, fish, all beings. Let's spread our sincere loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. All the beings in the world. Please think. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Very peaceful. Please spread your entire loving kindness, your sincere loving kindness towards all the beings. All the beings. Bhavato sampe mangalang rakanto sampe devata samme buddhanubhavine samme dhammanubhavine samme sanghanubhavine sada sutti mavang tutti. Satu, satu, satu. Now, everyone, please calmly open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax. Now, please join your palms together and say 3 times, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Sadhu 3 times means, so it has a meaning. So if we do if we say sadhu at the beginning of a session, what it means is, so we welcome everyone. In the middle or at the end, so if we say sadhu, what it means is, so it means appreciation, just like thank you or excellent, such kind of meaning, right? So that's why we do it. Indirectly, it's a way of bringing back the mind while we appreciate someone's one's own and the other's effects, right? Um, hope the old students could so feel the sensations. Did you feel the sensations? So did you feel sensations? Right. So right. So uh, we need to understand that balance of the mind is very important. So when we uh, when we so use a flashlight and then turns that flashlight towards an object, so if there is something to cover it, right? Can we see the object that we intend to? We cannot. Just like that, if the mind is not balanced, if the sensitivity has not grown up to the level that we can feel them, if the patience has not grown to the level that we can feel them, if the calmness of the mind has not grown to a level that we can feel them, we won't feel the sensations well. Right? So therefore, the equanimity, the balance of mind is very, very important. So it is just like this. So there is a well, and you have a bucket with you, and then there is a rope. Um, then the rope, it is not good enough. It is not good enough for the bucket to reach the level of water. Then even though how much we try, so can we take water out from with that bucket? We cannot. Just like that, if our calmness, if our sensitivity, if our patience has not grown up to a certain level, so then it is little bit difficult for us to feel the sensations at once. At once. But all students, they have been practicing since January. Therefore, so don't worry, you have some ability. The only thing is you have to be confident about yourself, and you should not feel tensed, or you should not be too much ambitious to feel them, right? Then when you observe, when you pay your attention, you have to think like this: neither I want to feel the sensations, or neither I don't want to feel sensations. It's in the middle, right? If I feel, that's also fine. If I don't feel, that's also fine. With such kind of mindset, we need to pay attention to the sensations. Then you will start feeling the sensations well. Right? Then gradually, so whenever so you don't feel a sensation, At that time, don't feel agitated or frustrated. At that time, just accept the reality as it is. It doesn't mean that you, by not feeling sensations for you, it doesn't mean there is no sensations. There are billions and billions of sensations here. Subtler ones, so big ones, there are so many. So hard ones and subtler ones, there are so many sensations in those particular places. But what has happened is your mind has not grown to a level that you can feel them. So please observe them with a very balanced mind. If you don't feel, so without feeling frustrated, please move your attention, give little bit more time, like so 10-15 seconds more, and then move to the next place, right? Top of your head, then scan the front portion, then right ear, back portion of your head, and then left ear. Whenever you are done, once again start with the top of your head, right? So please work diligently, very, very patiently, consistently. So that's what is needed. So now this is the time for a short break. Only if you want to go to the bathroom or drink water, so please take 2-3 minutes. Then after that, please come back. And those who don't want, please stay seated. Then after that, we'll start. We are going to understand Vipassana meditation. So more, we are going to discuss it about 20 to 25 minutes. Right. Okay. Now you can take your break. Okay. So 4:30. Yes, just audio. Thank you. To keep all the one. Are you from Santa Clara University? Friends of Matthew, Daniel, and uh, then the other one is Kokia. Oh, right, right. Is this your first time too? What is your name? Mazin. Oh, Mazin. M-A-A-Z-I. Oh, Mazin. Hi. Very nice to see you. It's okay. Is this your first time too? I mean, have you ever practiced meditation before? All right. Vipassana? No, I just use an app for guided meditation. All right, right, right. So, is this your first time too? Have you ever practiced meditation before? How about both of you? First time? Debutants? Right. Okay, let's begin. Everyone, please say it 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, after every silent meditation session, at the end, I give you a description which is related to the meditation practice that you do. So from January to April, we were practicing the concentration meditation practice. So breathing meditation falls under concentration meditation practice, right? Then after that, starting from so this month, today, up to October, we are going to practice insight of Vipassana meditation, right? It falls under the category of wisdom, right? So two objectives. The objective of concentration meditation is to develop the focus. And then after that, the objective of the insight meditation is to develop insight or the wisdom, the understanding about the things as they actually are. Right? So we are trying to know the truth which has no label. Right? So the real truths, they don't have any label. For an example, so if we take impermanence, what you're experiencing in Vipassana meditation. So impermanence, there is no impermanence which can be called as Buddhist impermanence, Hindu impermanence, Christian impermanence, Muslim impermanence, or atheist or agnostic impermanence. Or the impermanence is impermanence. You are going to experience it as it is, right? And then at the same time, there are so many other truths that you are going to understand through your own practice. Uh, so in Vipassana meditation, so as I mentioned earlier, so we transform ourselves through self-observation. Right? When we don't know the truth about things as they actually are within us, so the ignorance is so existing consistently, right? Ignorance means ignorance about the truth about things. So whenever we see things outside, right, we see them as a unit, right, not as something which has arisen because of multiple reasons, right? For an example, so when we see the door, right, so we call it the door, right? But actually, is there a door inside that one? When it comes to the reality, there is no door, right? So we call, so whenever we take that so wood out, right, and if we cut it into pieces, and then if we take the nails out and the so what do we call the ones, the connectors, right, the connectors, yeah, inches out. So and when we take all those things out, right, so can we call it a door anymore? We cannot call it a door. Just like that, the human being is also a phenomenon which has arisen, so because which exists because of 5 things joining together. Those 5 things are called as 5 aggregates. So 5 aggregates. So the first aggregate is, if you want, you can write these things down. The first aggregate is the form, the body that we so experience, right? The so this body which has arisen due because of which exists, because of the atoms, right? So which are inside this. So all of them, mass amount of atoms combining together. So this body exists, right? Then it is called as the form. Then we can see the form, but we cannot see the other four things, other four aggregates. So second one is the aggregate of sensations. Aggregate of sensations. So then it is a so it is connected. Body, the form and the sensations are interconnected, interdependent, but they are not the same thing. It's another complete different field. And then third one is perceptions, right? So that is also another different field. Third one. Fourth one is mental formations that arise because of the perceptions, right? And then after that, fifth one is mental formations. Yes, sorry, consciousness, final one. So these are five things. So all of them combining together. So there is this being. But what we don't understand is, so all of them are independently changing. They are interdependent and they are constantly changing. When we don't understand this reality within, what happens is, so we generate, so then, so as I mentioned before, we develop this misunderstanding of I, eternal I. And then, so because of that I, so notion of I, so whatever the things that we experience in life, so we react to them in two different ways. One way is liking, the other way is disliking, right? So the liking nature is so called as craving. The disliking nature of it is called as aversion, right? So I have already described about so what is craving and what is aversion. So I won't go into details, but somehow we need to understand these two things arise because of the ignorance. And then how can we get, because of these two things, so throughout our life, so we ourselves suffer at the same time, so we let the others also to suffer, right? Then there is no moment in life, right, that we are out of this cycle. Always we are in a cycle of liking and disliking, right? So so there is no stop, there is no any resting time, right? Even right now, so if your legs are paining, you don't like it, right? So then so so if you are comfortable at that time, you like it. But all the time, so um, think so all these kinds of sensations, they are bound to arise and pass away. So on our body, right? So all these kinds of experiences, they are bound to come and go. They are bound to come and go until we experience this nature through our own our own experience, right? So if we don't understand these things through our own experience, a deeper change won't happen. Someone can read thousands of books about impermanence, but still, so there'll be only a surface level change inside that person. But whenever you start to experience so this nature of impermanence within, right? That time, the deeper change begins, right? The deeper change begins. Then, then what happens is you realize, even though, even though I previously thought that there is an eternal life within, that eternal life is not here. I'm also a phenomenon which belongs to the nature, which is constantly changing. Can you understand what I say? Right. So it's so then so when you realize that, um, so at that time, whatever the misunderstandings that you had about yourself, they begin to it begins to go away, and then the right understanding begins to form within. And then what happens is, so all the negativities, the habitual pattern of the mind that you have created um, because of the ignorance, that pattern starts to change. So instead of liking or disliking things, right? So so then what happens is, so you begin to accept everything with a balanced mind, with a balanced mind. So that's what will happen. That's what happens when you start to practice Vipassana meditations, right? So directly when you experience the nature of impermanence, you realize the reality of yourself through your own experience. Then the deeper change begins within, right? First, your ignorance goes away, and then because when the ignorance goes away, your craving and aversion both are bound to go away, right? Both are bound to go away, and along when those two things go away, then you gain the ability to develop those four qualities that I mentioned earlier: unlimited loving kindness, unlimited compassion, unlimited sympathetic joy, and unlimited equanimity with it. Right? So that's what the Vipassana meditation practice is all about. Right? So then uh, there are so many kinds of Vipassana meditation practices. So if you want, you can adapt one of those meditation techniques to your meditation practice too, right? So first kind is kayanupassana. By observing the nature of our own body, by reflecting on our body, we practice vipassana meditation, right? So for an example, your breath. When the breath is coming in, so you can observe it, right? Then after that, when it is coming in, so you can think a breath has arisen, right? Then after that, when it is gone, the breath has passed away, right? Like that, observing the breath. So so you can practice vipassana meditation. And then after that, when you you can also use walking meditation. Walking meditation also can be turned into a vipassana meditation practice. For an example, so when you walk, you feel the sensations that arise on your both legs. At that time, what you can do is, so you can observe those sensations on your legs. So when they arise, so let it be a comfortable sensation, uncomfortable sensation, or a neutral sensation. So observe them and see the arising and passing away of those sensations, right? Then at that, by that way too, you gain the ability to understand impermanence. And then you can use, I taught you about uh, how to practice concentration on your postures, on the postures, right? So, so for an example, so let's take the posture of sitting, right? So whenever uh, you practice the posture of sitting, so at that time you can you can focus on its movements. For an example, when you are when you are moving your body, right? So when you are moving your body to a particular place to sit, at that time you can focus on it and think. So this movement of the body, it is impermanent, changing. And then after that, when you are placing the body, again you can focus on it and think. So this is impermanent and changing, right? When you place the body on something, at that time too, you can think. So impermanent. This is also changing, right? So so like that. So uh, the movements of our body, so they are bound to change from moment to moment too. Focusing on them, we can develop understanding about impermanence thoroughly too, right? Then after that, uh, so you can think about the parts of the body. There are, so we don't have enough time. So on another time I'll describe. So there are 32 parts of the body. So according to Buddha, right? So 20 parts are parts where the solid elements are dominant. And there are 12 parts where liquid elements are dominant. Liquid element is dominant. Somehow, all of them, they have the nature of arising and passing, right? So so focusing on them, their reality, and contemplating on their reality too, we can develop balance of mind and the understanding of impermanence. For an example, so let's take our hair, right? So we like our hair a lot, right? But what is the reality of our hair, right? So even though we say that it's beautiful, so until it stays on your head, so whenever it goes away from your head, it's not beautiful at all, right? Sometimes if you don't know that it's something which has fallen from your own head, right? You might discuss your own hair, right? Sometimes. For an example, let's say uh, wife is cooking. One day, the lady, the wife, has combed her hair so well. Then the husband sees this and says, "Oh, that's your hair is so beautiful." One day while the wife was cooking or making a salad or something like that, so one hair of that beautiful hair has fallen to the salad or the thing which she is cooking, right? Then at that time, the husband sees this and shouts, "Oh, can't you cook properly? So why there is a hair on this salad or so whatever the thing that she made? So can we eat like this?" Like that, he might shout. So, why that happens? That happens because his perspective changed. So earlier, he didn't understand that the hair, So it is something so which has the nature of impermanence. It is constantly changing. Its reality is so the reality of our hair is so so it's always changing, and it is not something which which works according to our own wishes, right? Even though we call it our hair, so it stayed always neutral, so following the nature, and then so it is something which doesn't belong to us, right? You, right? So then we have to understand. So this dharma, so in the world, so so this dharma in the world, it talks to us through our own body. We are the ones who don't understand its language because we don't focus, right? Then right. So when you observe those 32 parts of the body, right, one by one, so contemplating on their impermanence, by that way too, we can develop a balanced mind. And then the meditation technique that we do right now, reflection on sensations. Practicing that one also, we can we can develop the understanding of impermanence, and by that way, we can generate the balancedness of our mind, equanimity. And so chittanupassana. That means contemplation on thoughts, right? Various kinds of thoughts arise inside the mind, right? Sometimes lustful thoughts arise. At that time, if you observe those thoughts, they also have three stages, right? So let it be an angry thought, lustful thought, thought of jealousy, or any thought. They have a point of arising, they exist for a short period of time, and then they pass away. They are not eternal. When you observe they are this nature too, so you can come out of your negativities, and then at the same time you can develop the balancedness of your mind. And finally, Dhammanupassana. Dhammanupassana means so uh, so there are certain phenomenons, so positive and negative phenomena that arise inside our mind. For an example, so five hindrances or five enemies of meditation, as I told you, right? So when they become dominant, they become phenomenons, right? So can you remember the five enemies of meditation? Udara, Mr. Kevin, the first one? Sensual pleasure. Yes. Second one is Tim. Aversion. Shivanna, third one? Sloth and torpor or laziness. Fourth one, Udara. Can you remember? Wandering nature of the mind. Fifth one, Mr. Abhi. Fifth one. Buddhi. Just doubt, right? So when they arise, so when they become dominant, it becomes a phenomenon, right? But at that time, if you observe them as things, so as things that temporarily arise, right? So calmness is also another another so emotion. So when it becomes dominant, it becomes a phenomenon. So which moves our body, and both body and mind. So like that, there are positive ones and negative ones. When we observe them accordingly, as they rise from moment to moment, that also, with the understanding of impermanence, that also becomes a practice of practice of vipassana, right? So like that, there are various kinds of meditation techniques so that we can adopt to practice Vipassana. But here we mainly focus on the meditation on our sensations, right? So we are going to observe the sensations of that rise on our body as they actually are, and we are going to observe they are rising and passing away from moment to moment. Then when you observe them, gradually these gross sensations, so they'll disappear, so leading us to the to the wavelets or the waves of, right, waves of deeper sensations. So then after that, then at that time you will start to see, you will start to experience how fast this body rises and passes away, right? So then when we reach that stage, at that time, all your doubts about impermanence, right? All your misunderstandings about impermanence, they are bound to go. And then after that, after that, understanding about the real truth related to nature, so you are bound to understand those things, right? So then after that, you're bound to begin to develop those four positivities mainly within. And then by that way, you're going to generate, bound to achieve the real peace and real happiness within. And sharing that very thing with yourself and the others, you're bound to live a very peaceful, very happy, comfortable life in the future, right? Therefore, please practice diligently. Please practice diligently. You're doing this practice, so not only for yourself, you're doing this for the other beings too. So please practice very, very ardently. To conclude, so I sincerely wish that by the power of all the positive energy that we accumulated, may all our troubles be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. May we be able to practice this noble, non-sectarian, pure meditation technique very, very ardently. And finally, overcoming all the negativities, developing all the positivities. May all of us attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. With those thoughts, everyone, please join your palms together and please concentrate. අභිවාදන සීලෙස නිචං බද්දා පචායිනෝ චත්තාරෝ ධම්මා වඩන්ති ආයුවන්නෝ සුඛං බලං ආයුරාරෝග්‍ය සංපත්ති සග්ග සංමත්ති මේවච අතෝ නිම්මාන සංපත්ති ඉමිනාතේ සමිජ්ජතු. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very, very peaceful and blessed. Sukhiyotu. And see you again on next Friday. Until then, please take rest. Sukhiyotu. Sukhiyotu. Right. Good night, Mr. Elliot.
Good night, Bante. Thank you so much.
Good night, Mrs. Jin.
Good night, Bante.
Okay. Good night, Ms. Nalini.
Thank you, Bante.
Good night, Ms. Janas.
Good night.
Good night. Mr. Juan, Ms. Rita, good night.
Good night, Bante. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Banu.
Okay.
Long time no see.
Mr. Banu, long time.
How are you?
Okay.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Please.
Yeah, thank you.
Good. Nice to see you. Hey, Bunty didn't hang up and left me here.
Bante's working with the people who are present.
What?
Good night, Miss Chin.
See you, Mr. Howard.